All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Dr. Schiller's Sports and Finance. So, today was talking about strategic management. At this point in the semester, everybody should pretty much have your semester project done. But if you're not, you're procrastinating. Sounds good. So, here's an article that you can look at, and I want you to dive in. Now, I don't want you to fully get absorbed by all the numbers and everything, but I want you to get the gist of what George Cunningham is talking about. In this, he points out a lot of unique aspects of how athletic departments operate, and that he uses Miles and Snow's typology, where he looks really at prospectors, defenders, analyzers, and reactors. Those four entities are how he classifies athletic departments. As we scroll down here and look, he sent a survey out to 172 athletic directors to get them to tell them, hey, tell me about your department. Fill this out. Tell me where you're at. Now, the one glaring weakness in his paper, think about is how many of y'all would admit to maybe something you're not good at? Because they might not make you look right, might not look the best. That's my with this paper, because what he found is that a vast majority of athletic departments in the country fall within a framework that is one of the analyzer. So when we go through these, first let's talk about the defender. Defender takes a position, so they have a sport that's really good. Let's say Clemson. Clemson's a classic defender because they have a sport that's really good in football. They're going to pour their resources into protecting their national prominence and their brand recognition for football. That's only good for their program, right? And then the other end of that is a prospector. These are people who are out looking and trying trying to find new aspects. Where can we be good? What program can we build that can be great? That's what they are really looking at. So, something to look at both sides that they fall in. Now, the happy medium, let's say the analyzer. This is where 55% of all the departments that are in there, so over, let's see, 175, over 80 departments fell into those of the analyzer. They try to minimize risk and maximizing opportunities for profit. That is the most idealistic thing I've ever heard for a business. Every business should be an analyzer. We're there. Great. Sounds like the great thing on paper. But these doesn't make much sense to me as someone who studied strategic management and athletics for a long time. And that makes a whole lot of sense to me. And the last one that comes up is a reactor. These people, there's not a whole lot of structure. They're there, kind of confusing what they're doing and how it all plays together. Now, with the departments that you chose, if you think about the financial aspect of what you had, then you looked at maybe of how you can make it grow. Where does your department fall that you had? Are they more of an analyzer looking at what you've done? Are they spending research where they're at? Because maybe they're like, oh, this sport was really good this year. This one was great this year. This one was great this year. Think through that from a strategic management standpoint of where does my department sit? Where do I look at for these finances? Where do I go? Think critically about these departments and what they're doing. All right? So with that, keep studying along, keep practicing, and that's another episode for you.